everybody, it's Nikki with Delicate Tension Tarot, and this is going to be a reading for the sign of Leo today, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or if you just have a lot of impactful or heavy Leo placements in your chart. If you are unsure of what even exists in your chart, you can always go find out at cafeastrology.com, or you can download the CoStar app and it'll give you a nice little breakdown of, where everything is and also your natal houses. It also is pretty cool because it'll give you a breakdown based on your chart specifically. It's not just a horoscope based on your sun sign. It takes everything into your chart into account and will show you your strengths and weaknesses for the day. We do have a new moon in Taurus on the 23rd of this month. So it's going to be really good to help you focus into what is going on within the home. It's very Venusian energy, so it can be a lot about self-pampering, beauty, even money, love. We do have Venus in its shadow period right now for its retrograde going into Gemini. So be prepared for people from the past to come back. Or just revisit certain situations, places, or things, especially if there was some interesting karmic ties attached to it. For those of you who are repeating or returning followers, thank you. I really enjoy doing this, and I'm so thankful for your support for this channel. I have been working on it for about 8 or 9 months now, probably longer than that realistically, but either way, I'm super thankful for all your support. If you are new, welcome. And if it does resonate with you, please don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Also in my description box below, there is a link to my website, which I launched about a week ago. Everything is there. My Instagram, link back to my YouTube. There's reviews. There is 3 different options you can choose from in terms of readings. And the payment's there as well. For the phone call or Zoom reading, I do have it listed right now at a 30-minute minimum with $2 a minute. But if you are like super financially impacted at this time, I am more than open to working with you. So just hit me up, let me know what you're dealing with or going through, and we can figure out a way to work together. With that being said, I will get started on your reading. Let's see what's happening here for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for April 15th to the 30th. 9 of Pentacles. Feeling pretty good, feeling pretty secure. More than likely, you might be single at this time. It's definitely focusing on yourself, focusing on your finances, focusing on your environment. 9 of Pentacles to me actually is really nice. New Moon and Taurus are like Venusian energy because it's all about what we're doing for the self. How are we cultivating the fruit in our own garden? How are we creating stability for ourselves? So for the next 2 weeks, you actually might feel very financially secure. You could have unexpected things coming in, but more than likely it's things that are produced from what you have created or what you have done. Let's see what's blocking you here. What's the block for Leo? We have the King of Swords. This could be an individual. It could also be you. It could be a part of yourself. King of Swords is usually linked to Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, or somebody who has that strongly in their chart. There could be issues with how much you're focused on certain things right now. Like maybe the reason why you're in the 9 of Pentacles is because you're so focused on making money, or you're so focused on doing a startup or creating your business, or just wherever your focus is. Maybe the block for you is the fact that you're too focused, like maybe you're hyper focused. But this also could be an individual who quite possibly has something to say to you, yet they don't know how to say it. It definitely is somebody who has strong communication skills, but if it's in the block, it might be an issue with how they're going to communicate it or what exactly they're going to communicate. Let's see what's happening in your subconscious. Ace of Pentacles. So yeah, I think you're trying to build your stability. I think too, you're building for your future. So if you haven't started a family yet, you might be thinking about, what do I want my life to look like? What kind of person do I want to be? What kind of environment do I want to create? Or it's quite possible that whatever it is you are starting off at this time has really, really solid roots and foundations. And if you can allow yourself to focus on tending to that and nurturing that, it is very, very possible that you will get to the 10 of Pentacles pretty fast, considering that you're already at the 9. It's almost like that one thing you got to say yes to in order to make it happen. It's quite possible too that this King of Swords could be in that energy as well. Like maybe you're waiting or wondering how you can really kickstart this. And it has something to do with them being in the picture or something that they still need to communicate with you. Let's see what happened in the recent past here. Happened in the recent past for Leo. Ace of Cups in reverse. So there might have been an issue of being rejected. If any of you have Aquarius and your moon rising or even your sun, go check out their reading because this might also apply. They had it in the same exact position reversed as well. So there might have been issues with rejection or just overall needing to express or have some sort of physical or emotional release, especially in terms of your heart space. Maybe you had some disappointments in the past and that's what got you to the energy that you're in today. Let's see what's happening in your higher self or your conscious forefront mind. What is happening in Leo's higher self or conscious forefront mind for April 15th through the 30th? That's a lot of cards. So we have the Page of Wands, we have the 10 of Wands, we have the King of Pentacles, we also have the 2 of Wands. So I definitely think you're trying to become a business person. If not, you're really trying to learn to monetize and prioritize what it is that you're doing with your finances so that you can be the most secure you have been in your life thus far. I do think you're getting there. I think that's what you're hopeful for. I think that's what you're wishing for. It also could be waiting for the materialization or the real life, real world conversation between you and this King of Swords. They might also have a lot of Earth in their chart. I'm really getting strong Capricorn vibes off this. I don't know why. Normally I wouldn't. I mean, King of Pentacles energy is Capricorn can apply. I mean, so can Taurus or Virgo. But there's this thing of it's like, I feel like your higher mind or your higher self knows that there's either something coming, maybe a message. I think there's a lot of burden attached to this, but I think it also has to deal with, you know, which way am I going? There's kind of a fork in the road. This was also in Aquarius's reading. So I really feel like some of you out there have strong Aquarius in your chart. There might be a revisitation of you know, path 1 or path 2. Do I go left? Do I go right? Which is the best one for me? You might be revisiting a choice that you made back in September with us having Saturn moving into Aquarius. Empress wanted to come out. So yeah, I really, really, really think that you're setting yourself up for success here. Long-term relationships, long-term marriage, being a wife, mother, whatever it may be. Let's see what's happening in your near future here. We have the 5 of Swords. So that is a conflicting energy, maybe coming from this King of Swords. Let's get another card for that. 9 of Swords. Somebody might be stressing you out, or somebody, maybe this King of Swords is stressing out. Maybe the block for them is the fact that they're afraid of coming in to have this conversation because they feel like it's going to lead to an argument, or they feel like they're going to get rejected, or they feel like whatever it is that they have to express is not going to be recognized. This keeps them up at night, though. They think about this a lot, and I think it kind of stresses them out. They might constantly be reminded of you. They may have other people who say your name in front of them, or they hear other people talking about you. It's a very haunting energy when I see that 9 of Swords card, especially out of this deck. So let's see what's happening in your emotional sector here. We have the 8 of Cups. You might be walking away from things in your past. Or you might be just choosing to, like, you might be putting whatever emotions that you've had, that you've carried for a while, You might be just like putting it to rest because you know you have to focus on what's in front of you. You know you have to overcome the current circumstances that you're facing. We have death. Yeah, there's a total transformation going on in your life right now. I think you know that you're creating this new life in front of you, and you might just be kind of curious, you know, if there's a way to allow things from your past to go with you. And the Three of Cups, I think this is going to be a really wonderful transformation that you're going to experience. I think you're moving out of periods of sorrow, sadness, loss, remorse, into periods of happiness. Like, I feel like you've got a lot of success coming your way. You're going to be really happy in the future. Let's see what's happening around you. What's happening external to Leo for April 15th to the 30th? The Emperor, shit you not, same placement, same exact placement, first card, Aquarius reading. So you're either dealing with somebody who has Aquarius strongly in their chart, or you have it, or it could be both. Queen of Pentacles. And we have the Four of Wands in reverse. There might be somebody that you're connected to who may have made plans with somebody else that are not panning out very well. Or it's quite possible that they are seeing the way in which you have built or are building your foundation, and they're wanting to do the same. Because the King of Pentacles is a step down from the Emperor, in my opinion. And the Queen of Pentacles is also a step down from the Empress. And you get to the Queen through moving through the Ace to the 9 to the 10, etc. So I feel like it's almost as if they're watching how you've created your stability, and they're kind of wanting to mimic that energy. With the Empress already coming out too, once again, I feel like we're dealing with a really interesting, very, very strong connection between two people. See what's in the hopes and fears. You have the Artist in reverse. You might be fearful that, you know, I feel like you've tried over and over again to create this type of life for yourself, and something always happens, something always hits you or blindsides you, and you're really fearful that what you're creating right now is also going to fall short. I don't think you need to be fearful, though. Let's see what's happening in the far-reaching outcome and advice here for Leo. Ace of Wands. Shit you not, once again, was in Aquarius's reading. Got the Eight of Pentacles. It's a hard work. Putting in the effort. Seven of Wands, also in Aquarius's reading, and Three of Pentacles with the Nine of Wands at the bottom of the deck. I think you're dealing with somebody who is trying to move through a lot of really intense, stagnant, overwhelming energy in their life. I think that they might also be experiencing karmic repercussions for things that they had done or said. And I honestly think that they're coming into a situation or a place where they're really trying to discover or find themselves or find out who they truly are, and kind of take responsibility for that in order to change or create a better life for themselves. But in the outcome here, it's really interesting because it's almost like whatever this news or this message or this opportunity is that comes in, you're going to want to work really hard at it. You're going to want to put in your effort and energy, but at the same time, you're going to want to defend what you've already earned for yourself. Because I feel like if this has to do with another person coming in and somehow wanting to collaborate with you, especially if it's this person from the past, I think you're going to be protecting your assets or protecting what it is that you've created for yourself. Because maybe in the past, there was an imbalance. Yeah, there was definitely an imbalance, because I'm looking at a 3 and the 9, which gives me a 6. There was an imbalance here with give and take. So I feel like it's almost as if, you know, if you're afraid that this person's coming back around just to take from you in some way, I think you're going to be very protective. And I think it's one of those things where it's like, oh, I'll work with you. Like, I'll work with you, but I'm not going to give you everything that I have. And I most certainly am not even going to give you half. because I gave you half before and look at what you did with it. So I think that there's just going to be some very mindful energy of how you communicate, how you work with others, what exactly you do to invest in others or invest with others. So let's clarify the Nine of Pentacles here. We have the Eight of Wands. Yeah, you might... I keep seeing this issue of being afraid of what it is that you're bringing into your life or creating or manifesting, because in the past you've gotten into certain situations where you either felt stuck or you were very fearful of either losing everything again or fearful that it would never get to the place that you wanted it to. You also might be receiving some form of financial assistance. I mean, we have everything going on with, what's the word I'm looking for? Stimulus packages. So there's also that thing of maybe you're waiting on that money to come in to do something in regards to your business. Let's clarify the King of Swords here as the block. We have the Fool in the World. So yeah, somebody has to come in and have a conversation because there are things from the past, there's karma from the past that needs to be cleared in order to have this new beginning with you, or just a new beginning in their life period. This might be you as well. Let's clarify the Ace of Pentacles. Let's clarify the Ace of Pentacles in the subconscious here. We have the Queen of Pentacles. I'm telling you, there's something that you're really cherishing in your life, this new opportunity. And I really think whatever it is, it's going to pan out for you. This person is definitely looking at you and thinking of you and watching how much you've grown and how much you've learned to support yourself even through the hardest of times. And I feel like they're taking what it is that they've watched you do into account in order to help them find their own stability and create a solid foundation for themselves. Clarify the Ace of Cups in reverse. Yeah, the Tower in reverse. I don't think it was time. Whatever this offer was that came up in the past that you gave to somebody else that was rejected, I don't think it was time. I think that they had to go through a series of their own unfortunate events and circumstances in order to be brought down to the same level that you were brought down to. Because I think that whatever this was that you went through a Tower moment as well. There was a lot in your life that kind of cleared out, that went away. And it's almost as if you had to start from scratch, but because you started from scratch, you built yourself up to this place, and now I feel like this person is going through the same thing. It's almost like somebody's trying to catch up with you. Like it's almost like this delayed reaction or this thing where it's like you guys could have been going through the same things at the time. Yeah, you guys could have been going through the same things at the time. I think this is a really strong connection that you have, by the way. I'm going to say that so many times now. Because it keeps coming up. But I feel like it's almost as if, you know, now that you're settled, that person's working on getting settled. So if you can look back into your life and to see what you had to do and what you went through in that process, they're starting to go through that now. So it definitely is this delayed reaction. Let's clarify the Page of Wands here. We have the Star. So yeah, somebody's following their North Star, or they're following their guiding light, or they're following their hope into the future, or they're walking towards you. Let's clarify the Ten of Wands here. Somebody has something very much so in mind that they want to make happen. They have this idea of where they'd like to be and where they're going. Let's clarify the Ten of Wands here. Nine of Swords in reverse. So yeah, you definitely have carried a lot of burdens, but I think that you've really conquered your demons and conquered the lessons in the past that you've been carrying, or this person has. They're starting to. Let's clarify the King of Pentacles here. I feel like I flipped half these cards up. Let's clarify the King of Pentacles here. King of Cups with a Ten of Cups reverse. So yeah, somebody is leaving behind. This was a very emotionally painful ending for them. I think that they had to really disconnect or distance themselves from a family unit. It doesn't have to be a literal family. It could be friends. It could be a community of peers. It could be a situation that they were once thought that they would be emotionally happy in. There might have even been a little bit of fantasy attached to it, and then they realized the reality of the situation. So now they're disconnecting from that in order to find their stability. I think they're starting to realize that they will only have emotional stability when they figure out how to become stable in their physical world. Clarify the Two of Wands. Hierophant. Somebody's making a choice here. What are you going to commit to? What are you going to commit to? If you found yourself unable to commit in a relationship, or this person has, I feel like they're starting to understand that they have to commit to themselves first. Let's clarify the Five of Swords here in the near future. We have the Six of Swords. Let's clarify the Nine of Swords. The Knight of Swords. So yeah, this person and the Six of Cups, this person is deep in deep thought over the past. They might be dreaming about it. They might be thinking of memories that you had together, or vice versa. This could be you as well. But it's literally like their thoughts are racing at night. They could be thinking about painful words that were said, things that they said that they might have not meant, but they were doing it out of a place of being hurt. And they're trying to wonder, how do they come back from that? How do they get out of this difficult water, this difficult situation, something that was possibly never even addressed? They have to find a way to address it. Because I feel like in the situation, somebody here walked away due to the fact that something wasn't being confronted. So let's see what's happening in the Eight of Cups. This person also might be coming in too to have a conversation, because they are being very pulled, very drawn, very almost antagonized by their own thoughts in order to come forward. But the only issue I have with this is they might come in, spill their guts, and then leave. Because I feel like there's a lot of pressure building inside of themselves, and it's almost as if they have to get it out. But it's once it comes out, they're probably going to have that moment of going, like, oh shit. Oh, I don't want to hear how this person's going to respond. I don't know how this person's going to respond, so I'm going to bolt in the other direction. So let's clarify the Eight of Cups here in the emotional sector. We have the Hermit. So yeah, you definitely are in a period of thinking deeply. Possibly looking back at the past, the things that didn't work out with the Eight of Pentacles, things that you really invested your time and energy to, and you're like, you know, if the thing isn't in my life right now, I can't continue giving my energy to it, or I can't continue investing into it, because I have to figure out where do I go next? What is this journey that I'm going on? What I do love with the Eight of Cups, though, is that to me that's a cyclical card. It's very like, yeah, you got to go on the journey, but you're going to come back. Once you figure out find what you're looking for, you're going to come back. Let's clarify Death. But for now, there are certain things that you just have to like leave behind in the past. With Death, we have the Two of Swords. This is a choice. I feel like, well, it's not really a choice. I feel like the choice is going to be made for you, especially with Death there. There's a really important decision that needs to be made of, are you going to allow this transformation that's taking place in your life right now? And are you going to allow yourself to take part in it so that you can find joy? Let's clarify the Three of Cups. Queen of Swords in reverse. So yeah, I think you're putting your sword down because I think you just want to be happy. I think you're tired of conflict. I think you're tired of the challenge. Let's clarify the Emperor and what's happening around you. Clarify the Emperor, please, and what's happening around Leo for April 15th to the 30th. Whew. Strength and Ten of Wands. This person is definitely trying to take responsibility. They're trying really hard to take responsibility. This has taken a lot out of them. They could have possibly relocated as well. Let's clarify the Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles, and the Sun reversed. They are not happy with the choice that they made in the past. I think they're starting to see that they really could have missed out on something with someone, you in particular. If this is about somebody else that they are with, they are finding themselves not in a very happy position. Very unhappy household if they are living with this person or cohabitating with this person. Clarify the Four of Wands in reverse. We have the Knight of Pentacles, so I do think that there's going to be an exchange of either... Let me back up. I really do think that this person is on a journey, the same one that you went on already. Like I said, delayed reaction. To me, Knight of Pentacles is a very delayed reaction. It's somebody who waits for a while and then they kind of catch up, right? Once they make their decision on what to invest in, then they kind of catch up. This person is catching up. Let's clarify the Ace of Wands in the outcome. The Lovers. Somebody's coming back. Or you're going to have a very important choice to make in the near future regarding a relationship. Let's clarify the Eight of Pentacles, or a choice between two relationships. Eight of Pentacles, Five of Cups in reverse. Yeah, it's like, let's heal from this. Let's work together. Or just let's get to work. Let's clarify the Seven of Wands here. Nine of Pentacles, what did I say? You're defending what you've created. You're protecting what you've created. Let's clarify the Three of Pentacles. Yeah, High Priestess. You're not going to reveal all your cards. It's quite possible this person too might be needing some form of help or assistance, or have some questions that they want to ask you regarding how they can do better. It's like there's undertones of it dealing with their physical reality, so the material aspects, but I feel like it's deeper than that. Like it's almost like the question of like, how do I make this work? How do I, what do I do? How do I change? How do I build? How do I grow? So let's go ahead and pull some clarifying cards here. What's the clarifying or supporting energy here for Leo, please, for April 15th through the 30th? We have trust, so trust in the process of what's happening right now. We have spirit, you are definitely being guided, and so are they. But I think you already know that. And then we have cry, so there is something here that's going to be released, and surrender. I think somebody's finally surrendering to their true feelings. Yeah, we have patch it all up. So somebody's going to be coming in to fix something here. Into the void, but they're going to have to go through their tower moments first. I also think that's where the trust is coming in. It's like you're not going to be able to see everything for what it is. And then we have forged tongue in reverse. I feel like there are things that this person said in the past that they didn't mean. These things could have been painful. They could have been very hurtful. But like I said, they were doing it from a place of being hurt. I think the script is getting flipped in a really weird way. Elves, you do have helpers out there who are trying to help you with this. Whether it's physical people or people in the spirit world. We have treadmill. I also think you could have a lot of supporters in whatever it is that you're doing. It's just about keeping up. Like I feel like when I was talking about them catching up, somebody's going to start cranking up the speed at which they have to move because they have to catch up to you. There's no more time. They have to catch up to you. And then we have hot springs. I do think there's going to be some time to relax and revel in what it is that you've created or done for yourself. I also think that there might be time to relax and just be in very comfortable waters with this person. Like I feel like there's going to be something new brewing here. You guys are going to be a lot more relaxed in communication with each other, a little more open, but I do still think that this person has a couple of things that they got to catch up on. Okay, Leo, so that's your April 15th through the 30th reading. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please hit that little like button, share, subscribe, comment down below. If you liked any of the cards that I used, I know I didn't really show them that much, but you can still check them out regardless. I have the links to each of the decks that I used down below. Most of these decks are made by independent artists, so it takes you directly to their website so you can purchase it from them so that they get the percentage that they need. You know, a lot of independent artists out there are having a bit of a hard time with what's going on. I mean, everybody is, but I always say you can take a little bit of what you got, give that, and then it usually shows up and returns to you tenfold as long as you do it from a good place. So yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Take care of yourselves.